I can't feel good, Jordy.
Yeah, she didn't believe in love either.
Whoa!
And just like that, I can't see it.
It feels like the face of a ghost. More than that, did I even take the time to look for the ghost?
Well, I guess I'll be taking it for granted. Thanks for all the suggestions and positive things. I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, Natsuki-chan, is that you? What you said before about how you want me to be a partner? It doesn't have to be that. I mean, I had fun today. I'm glad to see what I can do for you. I'll keep your resume on file. You showed me how much you care and that you're committed to our relationship. But aside from that, I'm sure you don't know how to change myself. You can come over and hang out, but you need to understand that this is a relationship that is for everyone, not just me. I don't stick to one girl, or guy, or anybody. I think that if you want to be...
Or a child, my child, children.
I think that if you want to be the only person that you are in this relationship with, then you need to find a partner who shares your interests and sense of self-love and self-esteem. I am not interested in any of those things. If you want to be the only person that you are in a relationship with, then you need to find a partner that shares your interest and sense of self-love and self-esteem.
Do you really mean that?
Natsuki looks at me like a child. Yeah, I want to spend some time with her.
Bird, I thought you only read about me and do not want to have to talk about me. I'm sorry I had to hear that. I really didn't want to talk too much, so I just told him to get out of my way. I would really stay here and enjoy my day. I feel the same way.
Natsuki suddenly gets closer, and the girl in the room is making some kind of noise that's strange, even though it's not the usual stuff. Wait, Natsuki, what are you doing? 10 inches from me and the girl. I feel her fingers move inside my mouth. Her rose-colored cheeks and heart-shaped lips suddenly opened, revealing a wide, dark pair of lips. Inside, what is happening? My head starts to spin, thinking of what I should do.
I've felt it for the past few days. For a while now, I started being distracted by things like this.
Natsuki suddenly jumps back into me, and I can't help but feel like I'm in an uncomfortable state.
Sayori? Hi, Bird Shizune-chan.
Is that my last name?
Bird Shizune!
Sayori. Just now we were close.
It's okay, Bird Shizune-chan. I just stopped by to give you a hug, and you answered my text. Well, you should have come to apologize. I'm already on my way to go to school, and I'm having a work day. Oh, really late to go to work? That's too bad. I've been laying in bed all day, and being the only one in the room after school is a bit sketchy.
That's sketchy.
Yeah, well then, the door's open, and there's the desk. I'll still see you soon, I promise. Just don't eat anymore. Anyway, later, I'll see you.
You're a little fat there, Sayori.
I'll see you again.
Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off to the theater with a group of anime fans, letting me watch as they present me with their favorite anime series. Well,
okay, Bird Shizune.
Sayori, I thought you didn't like her that much, and you didn't want to be in this place.
Well, that's okay. I tried staying in a park, but it's too dark and too difficult. My imagination was on fire, so I went to the park and went there. So I had to be under the covers.
See what happened next? What are you talking about?
You know that once a day falls short, that's time to leave? How much fun you are having had a chance to be with your friend again. And how close you are to them. It makes me really happy that you've made such a big difference. That's all that matters.
Tears start to fall.
That's all that matters. Why am I feeling so empty? I'm supposed to be a movie star with different talents, so I'm not used to that. Why does it feel so empty? It hurts so much, I'm not sure I could do this alone. Everything hurts so much, and every night I feel like I am nothing. This would be so much better if I could just leave.
Sayori, don't say that out loud. Just think it to yourself.
Do you hear her still pity? It's true. Bird wouldn't be hurt.
Exactly. When you shut up, I feel great.
Ouch. If I wasn't here and the kids were all hurt, I would have been relieved by the fact my wife is out of the house. You wouldn't have to complain about how it's been a month.
Is she my wife? Did we get married and I just forgot about that too? She did have a picture of her in a gown. Anyway,
Monika was right. I'm sorry. I should just sheared that into me.
well, Monika was right about my being a victim. Over here, I'm the victim.
Jesus.
Sayori, what I said before was that I didn't understand the point of a he said. I forgot the phrase, but it's something like that.
He said.
I'm not going to tell a friend about a sexual assault if they're not willing to come forward. Alright. Caring about you like that is all they want to do. That's something that makes you a good friend. It's something that I can count on. So even if it's not good for you, you should try to reach out to him before you're the one again. I'm going to be honest, I really do hope you are as happy or better than him.
But
Sayori looks away. Then you're going to have to talk to his friend about your feelings. I put a hand on my chin, but just so you know, it's not a bad friend.
I'm scared. Bird is a bit controlling. I can't say much for him, but I know he's not good.
Yeah, admit that.
I'm really scared. I just need to tell my parents that they all agree that this was a good thing that we finally get together.
So, what are you scared of?
I'm scared that I'm going to break up with my boyfriend? That I might like her?
Sayori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak and too scared to try to fix it. I did this to myself, too. Bird, I like you so much.
God, it's a horrible relationship.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And
That's enough, Sayori. I know you're going to have to keep going, but please, listen to me. Shh. Keep it inside. I'll talk. I don't want you to go down on me when I talk to you. Okay, keep your hands to yourself. My goodness.
Jeez.
I slide my hand under your shirt and I pinch your cheek with the other hand. A strange maneuver, but okay. Do you remember how your little sister said to you when she was a baby? Don't sit down. This has happened before. Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods, then leaves the room. Probably for the best. Even if you don't love her enough, you can't deny that she's these things that matter to you. I know what you're saying, but I'm not going to let it get in the way of it. And that's what I'm trying to do with the money I have. Sayori, I don't think I can dare say I love you. I'm going to be dearest friend. You'll always be my love and be my hero. Wait a minute, that's what I meant. What you need most is a lot of love. Monika told me the other day that when I'm alone, I'm alone. She told me about how she had a crush on me that night I was in town, and she was like, I'm gonna come and sleep with him. Alright.
You just dump everything on you.
I know you're struggling, and she was creepy, but it's not okay. But please trust me that you will not be propositioned by someone like this. I promise I'll help you find a solution.
I see.
Sayori forces a smile and reaches out to make contact.
Is that what it is? I should write a letter to him and tell him I love him?
Sayori.
It's okay. I'm not going to give him my full attention. This is just my one chance. For being so selfish, I'm not going to talk to him about anything. So please tell me what to do if he doesn't want to. Please don't worry about him. I know you're right to want to be in that relationship. I just want to know what's wrong. I knew this whole thing was going to get worse and I would have an abortion eventually.
Oh boy.
That's why I came back to him after a lot of thought. Just so I could be there for him instead of just being a ghost.
Hey, the ghost came back.
And you know, the other thing is, I'm so close to him that he's still in my heart, Coda. You're also right that I'm in love with a woman, and that it's not okay to just pick up on his feelings for you. I realize that now, but I also realize it's not okay to want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you. You really do know what I mean. I trust you with that. If you need anything, I'll have other people around me. Anything at all. So...
Sayori's smile finally breaks my heart. All of a sudden, we both think about each other. Clutching her head with one of her hands, we both stare at each other, our eyes shining a light of melt in each other's eyes.
Melt?
Anyway, I'm so shocked that I can't even imagine what it feels like to have someone else's attention during this time. Sayori looks over her shoulder and sees us as we stare at each other, her head turned at my shoulder. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing over the window well? the window well in the living room as the noise outside is making me want to run away. Why am I feeling so helpless, so alone, and scared? There's nothing more that can be done. The most I can do is keep an eye on my surroundings. But I'm having as much fun as I can because I'm getting closer to the doors. Even though I can't really see anything, I can see the walls of the room. I keep wondering if I should go. I know these thoughts aren't going to help me. I'm going to give up. Sayori will always be my friend, and I'll do whatever I can to help her. Unlike everything else in history. It's been a lot there. Go. It's the day of the wedding we will always be here for. Of all days, I found the day we love each other and get married the most.
Okay.
On the wedding day. That's the day you get married the most. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to the wedding. Meanwhile, the preparations for the wedding began. I'm not sure who's getting married to who.
I'm guessing you're getting married to somebody. Not Sayori, I assume?
Well, there was implications that Sayori and I were married at some point, and she had a picture of the white gown and all that, and then they maybe got a bunch of kids, and then they were separated because, he's a jerk, and then now they're getting... And I don't know. Anyway, I managed to carry my bag, carry my dress, carry everything. Natsuki's already texting me. Oh, that's good. I just need to talk to her as well. Funnily enough, I probably won't be seeing her again for a long time. That one day with Natsuki, that was enough. I'm more excited for the party and seeing her again than anything else. But knowing Monika, I'm all for her. Bird! You're the first one who could see her. You'd never want to jump into a relationship with someone who has no idea how to talk or be a better person. Thanks for being early and being honest. Ugh. That's funny. I thought I was the one. Monika's placing little things in my pocket and start conversation with her. Little trinkets, that's a way to keep things going. They must be the world's best, and while I'm sure she's all over the place, I was likely a bit short. Yeah. Well, I was a funny little elf or whatever. In the end, I just finished with my last book. So that's the one. I'm surprised you didn't know that there's more. Yeah, she overslept again, grabbed my arm, pushed me back into the wall. It's pretty exciting. Excuse me, that dummy is back in the room, and its freakishly long leg almost resembles the leg of the dog. You'd think that on a dog it's something that's big enough to be even slightly human. I say that, but I'm not sure if I've been seeing a dog that's long in my life. I've seen a dog that long in my life. And I suddenly feel a huge, strange feeling in my chest that I haven't felt in my life since I was a kid. I only said it was because of a feeling I had for a dog, and I didn't know what. But maybe I should have asked him to stop because I felt something and I was trying to calm him down. Haha, you should take a break from the dog and let him go. Yeah, I think we should stop talking about the dog. I mean, especially after a couple of years without him, but you probably won't be able to put your foot down and get him a good love. You kind of left your dog to be an adult. What are we talking about, Monika? Is it because you put a little dog in my pocket? That's all we can talk about now? Like the Monopoly piece? Can we exchange it for a different topic? Monika, you know about the dog? Of course I do. I put it there. I'm the club president. But I'm so old, and it feels like I'm not even going to get a foot in the door here. But I stammer, embarrassed, and I'm like, you are not going to. Did Sayori really tell you she's gay? about how I basically just blew everyone off by saying she was amazing, and my friend was like, oh, don't you like her? That makes me really happy about the whole thing. But I'm the one who was, I was the one who was only there for her, and I'm just going to let her go like a bad person. Jeez. You don't know the meaning of life until you know the meaning.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry about that. I probably know a little bit about what it means to be a human being. A little bit. Huh? Monika's being as nice as she is. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, do you want to take some time to talk to her? It came out really well, and she seems really happy. Yeah, sure. That'll start it up again. I grab one of the cheap ones and show it to her. Oh, yeah. They're really good for me, and I really like them. Something like this will be a great gift to you. Yeah, I thought so too. I'm not quite sure you'll be too. I flipped through the letter and it seemed to be a piece of paper with a picture of both your parents and a caption saying, "My parents are a couple." Well, that's nice. Each member's poem is a poem written in their name, and the other member's is the one to read. I recognize Natsuki's and the others, and I take the picture of their name, and I write their name. What's this poem? I flipped to Sayori's choice of words. I don't. I just wanted you to think I did. It's different from the Japanese poem, but similar. It's one that I've read before, and it's interesting. Percent.
I guess that's for me. Percent. Get out of my mind. Get.com/r/thoughts/wiki/rules and L the fat FAQs/HTTP out of that my T head. Get out of my life. Get out of my life. I'm 20 and I'm not sure how to move on. Get out of my life right now. Get out of my dream. But a poem is a poem, but it's also like a book. No matter how long you take to read, it just stops moving. When I was a kid, it was like 4 or 5 animals in a cage, which made me feel like I was watching a movie. I think you should take the hint, bro.
Yeah, apparently. I like how it was almost like, what is this poem? Reading the poem, I realize that there are I realize that there are some lines in the poem that I think are lines in the poem that are not in the poem.
Get out of my life.
Bird? What's wrong with this poem? Nothing. There's just one line in the poem that's not in the poem. This poem feels completely wrong. I'm not sure if it's a satire or something.
Oh, you are so you are so tense.
Yeah, it's a satire. But more than that, if I had to guess, it's either satire or a joke. I changed my mind. I'm gonna go be a parrot this summer and go off on a limb here, said the bird. Well, alright. I think I've changed my mind. I'm going to take a step back, this new reality that I have. Try not to take it too far. It's not going to be great. You just have to keep your head down and keep your mind open. It's going to get worse and worse. Just keep your head down and keep your mind open.
Well, thank you, Monika.
I quickly leave the room and I go to sleep. My mind is roaring, thinking of the next day, getting pulled into the shadows slowly. The last thing I want to do is wake up. Don't strain yourself. Monika calls that out. She asked me if I have any questions. I quicken my pace and say, I just want to know if there's anything you could have to say about us. What was I thinking? I should have tried to get her to say something. It's not a big deal, and it's not my fault, but the feelings of powerlessness is a lot better than feeling like I'm being punished for something I don't really like. Not guilt, I just don't like it. Even the simplest gesture of being the one to fuck someone while they're away still makes me think of them as weird. Besides, I told her yesterday I wanted to fuck her, but I don't want to go into it with her.
On your wedding day?
That's all she needs, and I'm done with it. I reach Sayori's house and she pulls out a condom and we share the sex. And I'm back to my bed and I'm having sex with her. That is not where this scene is going. I don't expect an orgasm. I want a bit more pleasure every time, but I don't know what else to do. Like yesterday, I opened the door to my room and my husband is sitting on the bed, waiting for me to have sex.
Are you just going over this?
Sayori? She really is a big lesbian, but she is not attracted to me. I swallow and tell her that I need to go take a shower, and then I leave. I can't believe I came in this bed to be with her. Waking her up in the middle of the night is a fucking miracle. Isn't that more like an escape? In any case, she said she didn't want to sleep that night, but I want to look like a bitch. This is a horrible thing. Okay, it just feels right to keep telling me that she wants to sleep with me. Outside Sayori's room, I can see hers. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to do anything. Isn't it kind of weird? I wanted to get a regular job and not want to do anything. But she really leaves me. I gently open the door to help her, but she doesn't do it so often. So... And then that happened.
Oh, the real one happened.
What the hell do I do? What the hell? I don't have a job and can't afford to do it. Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. A dream like a dream. There's no way this is real. Sayori wouldn't do this. If she's a human, then there are no dreams. Everything was normal up until that point, right? That's why I can't remember many dreams of someone being killed or killed by a supernatural force. I suppressed the urge to go back and see what happened. Just yesterday, I saw a dream about a guy and his dog being chased by an invisible demon. I was so terrified I almost died. I saw a dream about a guy and his dog being chased by an invisible demon, and I was so terrified I almost died. I told Sayori I'm home, and she had a dream about me being chased by a demon. I told her I was home, and she had a dream about being chased by a demon. Then why did I go to the hospital and not take the cryo cup? Why would she do that? How could I be upset? What did I do? Turning down her confession? They said she didn't want me to do it because she didn't want me to be in her place. That has to have been the case for decades. She had also said she didn't want to do it because she didn't want to break up with me. Her agonized scream still resonates with me. I feel like a million times that my boyfriend is going to say something to her that makes her upset, but that he can win. Why did I do that? Why was I so worried about him getting mad? Well, this is my fault, not yours. My swarming thoughts keep my brain racing. And I think about how I should get out of bed. If I just spent a few minutes with my boyfriend, and then he left me alone, and I'm making a world of difference. Walked her to school, walked her to a party, walked her to the bus, walked her home, and gave her what she wanted. Then I could have been with her, but I went with a different girl. I know I could have been with someone else, but I didn't want to lose our relationship. Screw the literature club! Screw the festival! Fuck this culture! I just lost my best friend here. Someone I grew up with was going to be the one to take his stuff to college, and he just moved in with a bunch of guys who didn't even show up! She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can stop her. I feel like he's telling two stories at once. It's really hard to follow.
You must have some kind of like a split personality disorder going on.
Oh man. This isn't some game, it is her life. I had only one job, and I work in a medical tech company, and she is a much more successful person than me.
Well, she was a retail manager or something.
That's right, vice president of retail. And now I'll carry on and go from there. Nothing in my life has been better, but I still couldn't bear to look at the sunset, and now I can't look at it. I can never take it anymore. Never, 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 never. And really messed up all the emotion of that scene.
Yep.
Yeah, glitch tight. Oh, he said like 2 eyes.
Yeah. Well,